question I gave present value, effective rate and nominal rate. They are able to complete that question. Effective rate and nominal rate. They are able to complete. Okay, now let's start with the next new topic. Write the heading. Compound. Yes. Write the heading. Annuities. Annuity. It is related to compound interest. Okay. Annuity. What is meant by annuity? Annuity, that word itself is there. Annual, isn't it? Annual. Yearly, how much amount we are going to pay. Suppose we are purchasing some TV or AC for installments. We'll be paying some amount yearly. Okay, earlier in those days and all, yearly this much you have to pay. Now it is made monthly, quarterly and all. Okay. Nowadays, okay, we used to buy some different products on equal monthly installment plans, isn't it? Equal monthly installment plans means every month we will be paying the equal amount. Is that no? Monthly you have to pay around 1500 or 1200, 17 months. EMI, you might have seen in advertisements and all, EMI, isn't it? So equal monthly installment plans. To pay the, or sometimes you are paying the same equal amounts. Insurance, for insurance, is that no? When you are for insurance also we used to pay equal amounts. Either it may be quarterly or semi-annually or annually we used to pay. So that type only we call it as annuity. Write down the definition. What is annuity? Write the heading. Annuity. Annuity. A-N-N-U-I-T-Y. Annuity. It is a sequence of, annuity is a sequence of equal payments. It is a sequence of equal payments made at equal intervals of time. It is a sequence of equal payments made at equal intervals of time. Okay, at equal intervals, that may be monthly or that may be quarterly or that may be annually or semi-annually. Okay, so it is pay equal amounts we are paying at an equal intervals of time only we call it as annuity. Now write the next heading, the terms related to annuity. We are going to learn few terms related to annuity. The first term we are going to learn is periodic payments. Can you guess what is periodic payment? What will be the periodic payments? Yes, what is meant by periodic payment? Okay, the amount we pay during each payment, the size of each payment is called the periodic payment. Suppose we are paying 1500 monthly, then what is the periodic payment? 1500. Are you able to understand this, Karthik? Is it clear? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So write the heading next. Okay, the terms related to annuity under that first one, periodic payment. The size of each payment of an annuity is called periodic payment. Size of each payment. Size of each payment of an annuity is called periodic payment. Next term is payment period. Payment period. So can you guess what is meant by payment period? Payment period. What will be the payment period? Suppose I am paying this in first amount in the month January 10th. I will be paying the next amount in January 10th, February 10th. The next is March 10th. So what will be the periodic payment here? Sorry, what is the time period here? Okay, if you take January 10th, I am paying the first installment. Then February 10th, I am paying the next installment. March 10th, I am paying the next installment. So what is the time period here?
1 month.
1 month, isn't it? After every month, I am paying this. So the difference between the two successive, the time gap between two successive payment only we call it as time period. The time gap between two successive. So suppose I am paying the first installment in January 10th. Then I am paying it on March 10th. Then I am paying it in May 10th. That means, what is the time period here? After January, I am paying it in March. Then not in April, again May. So, what is the time period here, Aparna? Payment period is?
2 months.
2 months. It is 2 months. Okay. So, we write the definition. What is the payment period? It is the time gap between two successive payments. It is the time gap between two successive payment dates. Two successive payment dates. Next is the third thing you are going to learn is term. 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 So, how much time we have to pay this? Okay, suppose we are purchasing AC. We have to pay it for 1 year, means the term of the annuity is 1 year. Okay, suppose I am purchasing a house for a loan for 10 years. Then what is the term? Okay, term means it is the time taken from the beginning to the end, to the last installment, to the last annuity. So that one only we call it as term. The time from the beginning of the first payment to the last payment. That much time only we call it as term. Sometimes it may be for 5 years or sometimes it may be for 20 years. So that is called the term. Write down the definition term. The time from beginning of the first payment period. The time from beginning of the first payment period to the end of the last payment period. To the end of the last payment period is called the term of an annuity. Is called the term of an annuity.
And can you repeat it?
The time from beginning. The time from beginning of the first payment period. The time from beginning of the first payment period to the end of the last payment period. To the end of the last payment period is called the term of an annuity. Is called the term of the annuity. The fourth one we are going to learn is amount or future value. Amount or future value. So, what is amount? In compound interest we are learning amount, isn't it? Amount means including that interest only we call it as amount. The same thing here. Amount or future value means, okay, amount or future value is sum of all the payments, okay, sum of all payments along with the compound interest. Along with the compound interest earned on this payment is called the future value. Okay, suppose we are paying some amount, okay, with that amount you monthly will be getting some compound interest. So, sum of all the payments along with the compound interest will give the amount or future value. Write down the amount or future value. Amount or future value of an annuity is the amount or future value of an annuity is the sum of all payments. Sum of all payments made and the compound interest earned on these payments. And the compound interest earned on these payments. And the compound interest earned on these payments. Okay, that value only we call it as future value. We add up all the payments we are doing along with the interest. Along with the interest. These two will give you the amount or future value. Next one. Next is present value or capital value. Yes? Yes? Okay, which one? The previous one, amount or future value. Write down. The amount or future value of an annuity is the sum of all payments. Is the sum of all payments made. Is the sum of all payments made and the compound interest earned on these payments. And the compound interest earned on these payments at the end of the term. At the end of the term. Okay, finally what is the amount we will get? That's what we call it as amount or future value. All the payments along with the interest. It will give the amount or future value. Is it okay? Is it okay, Aditya?
Yes, ma'am.
Now next one. Present value or capital value. 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 See, your present value means the current value. So sum of all present values, sum of all present values of the payment will give the present value of the annuity. Sum of all present value, sum of all present value, write down, sum of all present value of all the payments. Sum of all present value of all the payments will give the present value or capital value of the annuity. Will give the present value or capital value of the annuity.
Ma'am, can you repeat?
The sum of all present values. The sum of all present values of all the payments. Of all the payments. Okay, present value already we have learned one formula. What is the formula we have learned for present value? Present value is given by P into 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to N. Earlier we wrote one formula. This is present value or present worth of a sum P due to N years is. Okay, after N years, suppose I am getting amount P. What is its present value? Its present value is given by P into 1 plus R by 100 whole raised to N. The same way here, present value of all the payments. Present value of all the payments will give the present value or capital value of the annuity. Will give the present value or capital value of annuity. Next is cash inflow. Can you tell me what is cash inflow? I hope these terms and all you will be learning in accountancy. Or what is cash inflow? Okay, what is cash inflow? Money coming into a business from different sources such as investment, sales, etc. are called cash inflow. Okay, in which all the ways we are getting money. Okay, which are write down. Money coming into a business from different sources. Money coming into a business from different sources such as sales, investment, etc. is called cash inflow. Cash inflow. Money coming into a business from different sources such as sales, investment, etc. The next term is cash outflow. Cash outflow. What will be cash outflow? What will be the cash outflow? Okay, what is cash outflow? What will be cash outflow? So inflow means what we are saying, the amount we are getting for business, isn't it? So what will be cash outflow? The amount we are spending as salary, as the bills, rent, expenses, that one we call it as cash outflow. Write down, cash outflow is the money leaving the business. Cash outflow is the money leaving the business. Cash outflow is the money leaving the business, such as staff salary, rent, bills and other expenses and other expenditures. Okay, the money if it is leaving out, that one we will be taking as cash outflow. This is called cash outflow. A business is considered to be healthy if which one should be greater? Is it inflow or outflow? A business
Inflow.
Okay, note down. A business is considered healthy if the cash inflow is greater than the cash outflow. Cash inflow is greater than the cash outflow. Next is net present value. Next term we are going to learn is net present value. Present value already we learned, isn't it? So it will be net present value. The net present value. So net present value will be same as sum of present values of cash inflow, sum of present values of cash inflow minus sum of present values of cash outflow. Okay, if it is present value, you take the present value of cash inflow minus present value of cash outflow will give the net present value. Is it okay, children? Up to this, is it okay? So net present value is equal to sum of present values of cash inflow minus sum of present values of cash outflow. Now write the next heading. Types of annuities. Next we are going to learn types of annuities. So classification, okay, types of annuities. First one is based on the payment term. So based on the payment term. What is meant by payment term? What is meant by payment term? We learned this definition, term. Term means for how many years we are going to pay this annuity. The time from the beginning to the end of the last payment is called the term. It may be 5 years or 10 years or lifelong. Okay. So based on that payment term, we can classify it into 3 types. The first one is annuity certain. The first one is annuity certain. The second one is contingent annuity. Contingent annuity. Next is perpetual annuity. Perpetual annuity. Annuity certain, contingent annuity, perpetual annuity. So what is annuity certain? Suppose we are joining for an recurring deposit in a bank or in post office. They will be giving this, okay, they will be giving the information in the beginning itself. You have to pay this amount for 5 years till August of 2010 or till August 2025, like that. They will give some time period till this much year. We are sure about till the last date, till which month we have to pay. So we know, okay, we know till the time, till which period we have to pay. So that we know when this annuity will end. So that is called annuity certain. Is it clear? Annuity certain. So it is annuity certain, write down. It is an annuity whose term begins and ends at certain fixed dates. It begins and ends at certain fixed dates. Begins and ends at certain fixed dates. Okay, the starting period will be also known, the ending period will be also known. Okay, for example, you can write if it is an RD, when you join for a recurring deposit, or if you purchase some in amount, okay, suppose you purchase something for installments. These are all some examples of annuity certain. Next is contingent annuity. Contingent annuity means we don't know till how much time we have to pay. Okay, we don't know. Okay, we don't know how much time we have to pay. For example, suppose I am purchasing an insurance policy for the marriage of my son. Till his marriage, I will be paying this amount. So when will he be getting married? I don't know. So, is it clear? So we don't know when we will be stopping this. Is it clear? So that one only we call it as contingent annuity. Write down. An annuity whose payments continue. Whose payments continue. It is an annuity whose payments continue for an uncertain period of time. For an uncertain period of time, depending on the continue for an uncertain period of time, depending on the occurrence of an event, depending on the occurrence of an event, the date of which cannot be accurately told in advance. Date of which cannot be accurately told in advance. We can mention the date in advance, but we know around 20 or 24 years she will be getting married. So at least for 20 years I want to make this. Okay, so that one we don't know the correct ending time. So that's what we call this as contingent annuity. Okay, example is insurance policy for the marriage of a son or daughter. Next is perpetual annuity. Perpetual annuity means whose payment begins at a fixed date but it will continue forever. It will be continuing. No ending time is there. It will go on continuing. For example, when suppose some endowment or some scholarships are made by some endowments, then what happens? Till the courses are going on, that scholarship will be given, isn't it? That annuity is to be paid. Is it clear? So we don't know when it will end. So perpetual annuity means whose payment begins at a fixed date, whose payment begins at a fixed date but continue forever. Begins at a continuous date, it begins at a fixed date but continue forever. Example, you can write this: interest earned for scholarships and all. Example is interest earned for scholarship, etc. So, these are the types of annuities based on the term. So, based on the term, which are the three types, Aishwarya? Based on the time.
Perpetual, contingent, and annuity certain.
Okay, annuity certain, contingent annuity, perpetual annuity. Annuity certain means we know when it will start and when it will end. Contingent annuity means we know when it will be started, but we don't know when it will end. We don't know when, at what time it will be exactly stopping. But what about perpetual annuity? We know when it is started, but it will be continuing forever. That one we call it as perpetual annuity, and these things based on the term, based on the time, term, period only we are doing this. We are classifying this into three types. Write the next heading: classification on the basis of time of payments. Classification on the basis of time of payments. So next is the time of payments. Based on the time of payments. Okay, based on the time of payment. What is meant by time of payments? What is time of payments? The time gap between the two successive payments is called the payment period. So, based on the time of period, we are going to classify. This one also will be classifying it into three types. It is classified into three types. First one is regular annuity or ordinary annuity. Regular annuity or ordinary annuity. Regular annuity or ordinary annuity. Second one is annuity due. Third one is deferred annuity. So, annuity based on the payments, it will be classified it into three types: regular or ordinary annuity, annuity due, deferred annuity. See, listen, what is regular annuity or ordinary annuity? If the payment is done, if we are paying this annuity at the end of each payment, okay, suppose we are doing at the end of each payment, it is called regular or ordinary annuity. For example, home loans, housing loans, etc. Okay, all the loan amounts and all will be coming under the category regular annuity. Okay, we write down. It is an annuity in which payments are made at the end of each payment period. Payments are made at the end of each payment period. Example is home loan. So, suppose we pay the amount at the end of the month, at the end of the period, then we call it as regular annuity or ordinary annuity. So, if it is simply given annuity also, you keep it in mind, we will be paying the amount at the end. Now, annuity due. Annuity due means we are paying it in advance. If it is paid in the beginning of the term, then it is said to be annuity due. Is it clear? Okay. So, if you are paying at the end means we call it as regular annuity. If it is paid in the beginning, means we call it as annuity due. So it is a payment, it is write down, in which it is an annuity in which payments are made at the beginning of each payment. Payments are paid at the beginning of each payment. Payments are paid at the beginning of each payment period. Example is recurring deposits. Next, recurring deposits. So in the beginning itself we have to pay. When we start this annuity from the beginning, okay, if we start an account, if suppose I am starting an RD by tomorrow, from tomorrow I have to pay. But if you take a loan, they will give by next month 10th you have to pay. So 10th is the date, last term. Okay, so you will be paying at the end of that payment, at the end of the time period. So that's what we call it as regular annuity. If you pay it in the beginning, we call it as annuity due. Next is deferred annuity. Okay, deferred annuity is an annuity. Deferred annuity is an annuity in which the first payment is postponed. In which the first payment is postponed for a period of time. For a period of time equivalent to certain number of payment periods. Equivalent to certain number of payment periods. A deferred annuity is an annuity in which first payment is postponed for a period of time. For a period of time equivalent to certain number of payment periods. Equivalent to certain
Can you
number of.
repeat?
So it is an annuity. It is an annuity in which first payment is postponed. First payment is postponed. It is postponed for a period of time. It is postponed for a period of time equivalent to, for a period of time equivalent to, for a period of time equivalent to a certain number of payment period. Say for example, suppose I am taking an educational loan. So they will not be saying that from the next month onwards you have to pay. So what they will give? They will give a time period. Okay, 5 years if the process is going for 5 years. Okay, not 5 years and all, they will give around 5 or 6 months. After 6 months onwards, you have to pay the loan. Suppose I am starting a business. They will give first 3 months, no need to pay. From the 4th month onwards, you have to pay the amount. Okay, so for 3 or 4 months, the annuity is deferred, delayed, postponed. So we call that annuity to be delayed annuity. Is it clear? Go through the definition again. The first annuity payment is postponed for a period of time equivalent to the certain number of payment periods. For example, when a person starts a new business, bank allows the businessman to repay the loan after certain time. Okay, after 5 months you have to start paying the loan amount. Okay, so some gap will be given. That period only we call it as deferred period. Okay, the bank will be allowing for 4 or 5 months, okay, for postponing the first payment. That one we call it as deferred period. Is it okay? Is it clear, children? What is annuity? Is it clear? And we learned some terms related to the annuity, and we learned about types of annuity based on time period and based on the payments. Go through it. Is it okay? Any doubt is there? Means you ask it. And 2 more formulas we will be learning. Yes,
Can you
Aishwarya.
explain the first two?
Which one? First 2 means which one?
Regular or ordinary and
Regular
annuity.
annuity. See, regular annuity means suppose I am taking a loan. Okay, suppose I am taking a loan. So what they will say, suppose I am purchasing one fridge for installment. What they will say, the next month before February 10th you have to pay the amount. Okay, so I am paying the amount at the end of the period. Suppose I am joining and recurring deposit. Recurring deposit, suppose I am joining means, suppose I am going to join today means today I have to pay the money, then only they will be including my name in that list. Is it clear? So if we pay the amount in the beginning of the period, it is said to be annuity due. Is it clear? So if you pay it in the beginning of the payment period, it is called annuity due, and if it is paid at the end of the payment period means it is called regular annuity or ordinary annuity. Is it okay? Okay. So now write the next. Okay. Next two more formulas we will be learning in this chapter. Write the next one. Amount of regular annuity. See, proof and all is nothing needed, just the formula only we are learning here. Amount of regular annuity. Amount of regular annuity. Amount of regular annuity. So suppose R is the amount rupees paid, payable at the end of, okay, regular annuity. Here the term is given regular. So R is the amount paid at the end of each payment period. Suppose R is the amount we are paying, rupees we are paying at the end of payment period. And the interest, okay, suppose the interest is given as R%. Our interest is R% per period. Okay, R% per period means if it is semi-annually we will divide it by 2. If it is quarterly we will divide it by 4. And this R% per period, okay, we denote this as R by 100 equal to I. This is another notation we use. I. Okay, I means it is rate of interest by 100 per period. Per period. And suppose we are paying it till n minus 1 months. And suppose we are paying it till n minus 1 month. Okay, then the amount is given by, amount is equal to R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 by I. N is the time period, n is the number of periods. Amount is equal to R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 by I. I is interest per period. Okay, it will, suppose if it is given for annually means we should convert it. If it is annually given and if we want to find it quarterly means we should convert it. Okay, so amount is R into 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 into I. So this is the amount of annual regularity. Next is present value. Write the next formula. Present value of regular annuity. The present value of regular annuity. Okay, more or less the same but the reverse, isn't it? Regular annuity. Present value means current value we are calculating. So present value is given by P is equal to R into 1 minus 1 plus I whole raised to minus n by I. Amount means future value, children. This differences you should know. Future value. In future how much amount I will get. That's what we call it as amount. Present value means what is the current value. So present value is R into 1 minus I whole raised to minus n by I. And what about the amount? In amount what we did? 1 plus I whole raised to n minus 1 by I. Okay, so these are the two formulas we are learning for the present value and amount. So in the next class, we will be doing problems based on this. If we start, we will not be able to do this. Now is it okay? Is it clear? Annuity means the amount we are paying at the interval. At a regular interval of time, if we pay the amount, we call it as annuity. And we learned some terms related to annuity. Cash inflow, cash outflow, net present value, payment time, payment period. Go through it. And based on the time period, we are classifying the annuities. Based on the payment time, we are classifying the annuities, and two formulas we have learned. Is it okay? So before the next class, again go through these formulas and okay. It's a small section, but we can't skip this one. We have to learn this formula. We have to learn all these formulas. Okay, we'll be learning again. Next two chapters, next two topics will be based on billing, tax, GST and all. Okay, so I end this session now. Okay, is it okay? Aparna? Annette?
Yes, ma'am.
Annette?
Ma'am,
Aditya?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. So in the next class, learn the formulas and okay. Thank you.